Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I thought I'd do something with this masterboard that I made with a load of scrap strips. So if you haven't seen the video, you can check back and see how I made this. I have been using quite a lot of scraps lately, and there's a challenge now. Sayonara scraps, something like that. It's Justine from, and it's from her Facebook group that I can't remember the name of. So anyway, I just thought, oh, I could join in, but I've already kind of started. So I thought the colours on this would go well with the crime casebook, Tracie Fox kit. I've had this a while now and haven't actually done out with it. So I thought I'd get on and do. So I thought I'd make some tags. Printed that off, realised they're quite big. I quite liked these big tags, so I thought I could use these for the back. But these, they're too big for it. So I printed out the words. There's words in sort of this colour background as well, but it misprinted up. Somehow I told it to do double-sided, so I stopped it and then I forgot to set it to print another one. I did these 2 per page as well, so I can make some smaller tags. And then these bits of ephemera, having realised that the other one was much bigger, I've done this 4 for a page because I like these bits. Did the same on this one. I thought these bits would be quite good for tags. And then that original one I did down. And then I did that one 2 to the page. There's also a similar page, but it's got men, but I thought I might do some female criminals. So yeah, that was where I thought I'd go with this. They're mainly straight lines, so I'm just going to cut them out myself. So I think we'll start with these bigger ones. So I'm going to cut these out, ready to stick to the back, because remember I just did this on book pages, so I'm going to stick this to the back and then cut them out. So I cut them out and I've stuck 2 on, so I'm just going to do the 3rd one now. So I'm just using my colour glue, which is my glue of preference. Use whatever you like. I know some people use glue sticks. And I said on the last video I videoed, I don't know if it's the last one that you'll have seen, when I was gluing stuff, and I did glue stick and colour, and it was like, I don't know why I do that. Anyway, I decided to stop. And I think it's probably a waste of glue, especially when I'm spreading, because I used to use the glue stick to make sure that there was actually glue over every single part of what I was sticking, but using this, that happens anyway. So she says, having missed the complete edge along here, so there we go. Should be cooking on gas now. And I'm just gonna leave the smallest smidge between these 2, just big enough really to cut down. I've gone along the edge of it, and that should be it. And when you spread, you don't get very much using. So there we go. I think these will make nice backs of tags. They would also make good fronts that you then decorate on. So I'll probably be doing that as well, sticking them to some, or probably printing them on the card that I use. So that's that. Love it. So I'm going to get my big scissors. I haven't looked at the other side, so I don't know what it's like on the other side. Let's give that a little bit of a rub there. See the glue, I don't want to get it on my scissors. There we go. So I'm going to rest my blade on there, because this is 120 GSM paper that this is printed on, so you have got a little bit of a lip that comes up. there is different thicknesses of paper on the other side, and whatever's underneath that, it's proving a tad difficult to cut. Oh, I was not expecting that. I'm going to go up a little bit. I don't want to waste too much paper. I don't want to create scraps from this. I mean, there will be. It's inevitable, isn't it? But there. So what I'm going to do is cut down here now, and then this will be small enough for my trimmer to handle, because I like a straight edge. So I'm going to get out my big guillotine because it's quite thick now, and I'm going to cut that top edge. Coolio. I'm going to, I think I might neaten it up a bit there, and then I'm going to cut in between. I might have to go back and take a sliver like that, nicely straight. Take a little sliver off that. There we go, and a little sliver off that one. Marvellous. Put you away. Get rid of them. Right, and then we'll just cut these. I don't mind my scissors for them bits. And I'm not keeping those triangle bits. Really not. That doesn't really look even now. Probably because I cut a slight bit off. That'll do. Right, get rid of them. Get rid. I want to neaten that bottom up. I'm going to get my little chopper for that because I can do that a little bit better. Do I need to neaten these up? That one's probably all right, but I will. Just because I am a bit of a perfectionist, and sometimes I'll let it go, and sometimes if I can actually do it, I will allow my little bits of perfectionism to sink in. Right, so that is the backs of our tags. Now let's have the big reveal. Dun, dun, dun. See what's on the other side. Oh yes, I like it. That's got a little bit, there's something not right there. So we're going to take, needs to come out a bit more. Still not come off that bottom edge. How weird. Right, let's go. Put the top up there. That's better. There. Super. They definitely don't match now at the top. So we'll sort that out. So I wonder if this will cut it a bit better. Do that. Now they match. How are the others? I'm all right with that one. Yeah, that one's not too bad. There we go. So now we got them, we'll do a little bit of decorating. So I'm going to look at the bits of ephemera that I've got. So I could do one with a woman, and I could use that image there Quite like the wanted poster, but that could be behind it. So I'm going to get a few of these cut out, and then we'll start building the tag. Okay, so I ruler ripped them all, inked them all, and kind of playing with what might look aesthetically pleasing. I've still got those that I could draw on. I went and visited my scrap box and I quite like that. That's quite a good colour. Quite liked that vintage ledger paper. So they may well, because I felt they need a little bit in the back, because they kind of do blend so well with these strips that it might need a bit more. And then I thought one way of creating a barrier would be by stamping. So I pulled in this Tim Holtz one, and I quite like this because although that's sort of a bit ledgery, it's a little bit like a crown sheet as well. I recently visited the police museum in Ripon, and they had some old wrap sheets. I did take some pictures of them, and so that I would remember what they look like, so that I could make my own fake ones for this project. I'm trying to find my little scrap of paper to stamp on. I had it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So I mean, there are in the kit, there are some sort of digitally ones which are pretty good. But I fancied making some of my own, so I'm gonna stamp in the background of that. I'm gonna keep that cluster kind of together, but yeah, I just think let's have a bit of that moth cap. There we go. Bit of that in the background. Quite like it. I also got a new stamp set that I've been watching for ages. It went out of stock, and sometimes you watch and they come down in price a little bit, and I've moved it out of the way before I turn the camera on. Oh no, I can't find it. Oh, Jezebel. It just slipped. So this Kathy Holden stamp, what I really like was the signatures, and there's some other things on here that would be useful. So yeah, I just thought, you know, lots of old signatures on wrap sheets, so I thought, yeah, we'll have a few of them. Let's love it, love it. So we'll have that down the bottom there. Yep. I'll use some other things as well, because we've got inspected, approved, passed, received. So if they were, when they come into police station, they'll be received. There's lots of numbers, so I thought I could use some of those in these. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's move that out of the way. So so we've got that on the background there. Now I was thinking of maybe putting that underneath. So we've got a little bit of a barrier, but if I'm putting that underneath, I want it to have some stamping on it. So I'm gonna stamp that over it. So we've got, it's not full strength, but that's okay. Quite like that. And I might Stick that second hand up there as well. So we'll have a little bit of a ink around. I must have accidentally dipped that in my pebble path. Don't really matter, I don't really mind. So it was a bit darker coming out of that. There we go. So yeah, liking that. Gonna stick that bit down. And then we'll stick the other pieces down. So not having too many to play with kind of helped in the decision making of where they were to go. And I'm really pleased that I have started this case file. I mean, making some ephemera for it is starting it, innit? So because I am fascinated by crime. I love Sherlock Holmes. We always seem to find ourselves watching crime dramas on the telly. It's what we like. We mentioned it only yesterday when we were thinking, what are we going to watch? And Ed was like, there's loads of crime dramas. And I said, that's what we like. And I love Prison. That's been left with its lid off. Stick with the big one then. I'll unstick it and then it'll be fine. Yeah, so I my love of crime, all things crime. I want Wanted to be seen, and I quite liked the Reward to come out as well. When I was at university, so I did my undergraduate degree, and we did a lot of, I chose to do a lot of criminology options, and loved it so much that I did a master's in it. So I did a master's degree in criminology, which really helped when I then ultimately trained to be a teacher, and I taught A-level sociology. So I used to love the crime and deviance section. Loved teaching that. So it is something that I have loved, be interested in for a very long time. And I really love old, you know, these old photos and sort of old crime books, and of course way back you'd be hung for stealing a loaf of bread, wouldn't you, or face 10 years hard labour or whatever for doing not very much. So yeah, some of them not really criminals that you would consider criminals. How, oh, I love it, love it. So we need something at the top there. I'm gonna look, so I did do a little sort in me scraps and sorted a strip section. I felt, because like I made this out of strips, so it was like strips really should be somewhere else on their own, and So that's what I did. That is what I did. I just want, oh, I might use that. So that's quite a good colour. It's almost exactly the same colour as on the back. Should we go for this darker one? Yeah, go for this darker one. I just want, could do them all like this. Just want a little thing. The top, so I make a square. So I'm going to do inch. Do I do 1.5 inches? 3/4 and 3/4 is 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches, and then we come down there at 3/4, and then we fold it in half. And what we have is a 3/4 inch square. To go on the top. It's quite big, that 3/4 inch square, but I think it works okay. I think I'm just going to stick that back in there for now, and we'll give this a good ink. And then, depending on how long I've been, I'll see if I'm going to speed up the next section. I'll just carry on. So, and I will stamp on this. So I'm going to stamp some of these words. There we go, and stamp on the back. I go down there. There we go. So it's not just plain. Perfect. Happy with that. So now I'll stick it down. And I'm not going to put an eyelet in it yet. I've just filmed something. I did the eyelet like straight away. It was still wet. Yeah, not a good idea. Want to know why? Watch that video. I don't know if it's going to be before or after this one, because I am at the moment just doing a bit of a filming frenzy, because I've got a family wedding next week and we'll be away for 4 days, and then I've got a weekend retreat coming up. I'm going on the Rachel and Bella Crafts retreat, which I'm really looking forward to. Probably working on some of this when I'm at it, but of course I want to make sure all my video slots are filled, so trying to get them all done. So love that. How cool is that? Very cool. So let me just check how long I've been. Right, I've been about 24 minutes, I think. So we'll carry on. So she is going to be well covered. So I might stick a different signature. I might stick that down the bottom there. Using the Pebble Path, my new favourite ink. It's kind of, I just think it's like a vintage black. It's yeah, that's the new one. It's like really, it's not black, but it's not grey. I think it's kind of like faded black. Love it. Love that there. Love it. And then I might do a bit of this. In different places. Keep forgetting. Sorry guys. That I'm going off camera a bit. There, like that. Right. So we're gonna stick that down there. Put her next to it like so. I'm thinking they might not need that now. I put that as a bit of a background. Right, I might. Yeah, like in that. So I'll put that as if she's gone missing and has escaped. Maybe I'll put fingerprints under there. A lot of that stamping I put on is now being covered up. But we've still got that signature. But yeah, I'm liking that, I think. Or shall I put shall I put the fingerprints up there? Can't decide. I feel it needs something darker, so I am going back with that. We're going to end up doing, oh, I quite like that writing under there. This is me dithering. Dither, dither. Might just do that and put a little bit more stamping in there. Can I grab something else? How about there? So that'll do. So I will have made a little bit of dent in my little masterboard, but not used it all yet. And I think what I want is a bit more crime related ephemera, and I think I've got some on my computer. So that I've sourced, and I think they'll I want a few more things. To add to this. To this set. So I'll do the square bit at the top of the tag in the same way as the other one. And a bit of missing. She's done. She's managed to escape. I mean, the reward thing would have been good for this as well. But that is that one done. So we've got 2 there. So now we've got this one. I like that little cluster. I was thinking I might put maybe some ledger behind, or maybe that one, maybe some of this behind it, but we'll do our do some stamping, I think. I don't really want the gonna go there. Don't really want there. Bit of that. Bit of that. And there. Yeah. Oh, don't really want to do that. I think that'll do for now. If I'm going to use this, I actually want that stamped on, but I'd like it as if that was a ledger book. Yep. So I want to rip it. Where's my rippy ruler? It's the edges. So let's give that a little ripped edge coming down there. I love it. I did all that stamping, then I'm just covering it up. Right. A bit off the top. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think I will do some stamping as well. I think there's a couple of spaces. Now the things are on, I can kind of see where it needs stamping on. I love this set. It's just right up my street. Bit of grunge. I reckon the dark compendium, I mean there's bits in this as well, would go really well. with this. No idea where this sheet has come from. Something I've made. It's been in my scrap box a long time. Can't remember. Yeah, so I think I'll be adding a bit of that, and might even add some of the bits from the Halloween Matchbox kit. You may or may not have seen my project for the collaboration yet, because I'm not sure when this is going out, but my video's due out in the middle of June. Very excited. It's all made, ready, photographed, etc. Did enjoy making it, so much fun. Got other ideas to make with it, and I did think that some of the things in the kit would work really well for this journal as well. I want to stick that behind this. Not sure attack is what I want actually out of those words. I'll have another little peruse. Once you've got all these things that sort of match quite well, putting things together comes together quite nicely. So I do want a weird, oh, where's my little strip? I'd already pulled off a strip, so I had a tack. Salt, attack, burglary. We've got another name for burglary here. Oh, well, where's it? Breaking, burglar. I want to be a bit quick, so I don't want to be go for the accused. Let's have accused. Rip. Rip. Don't know why I'm saying the word rip as I rip it. Just yeah, like that there. I think some cheesecloth, if I look at my cheesecloth, I think that might go quite well in this. Fabric with arrows on, that would go really well, wouldn't it? Like a prison uniform. There we go. So that's that one. I want some more stamping up there. Let's have another, should we have another signature? So let's have that. Should we have that one up there? And not past. Shall I put? I'll put something else. Right, so I'm here on a new day. I left everything exactly as it was. Ed called me for dinner, and so that was it. So I just left everything. So I was just about to put signature up there. I'm just going to put these on there because I'll clean them afterwards. So put that on there. So I've come back to my desk. I don't know if this happens to other people who, you know, don't finish a project the night before or leave things out, is that I just went, oh, how pretty. I do love these signatures. They're so cool. I think I might put one down there. Grab another one off. First time I've used the set. I'm not going to use them all. There we go. I'll use that one. Love it. And I was thinking of this. Get another block. I'm gonna not use the bottom bit. So just received main office and a number. I just thought that's like the receiving sergeant receiving a prisoner, but it didn't need the bottom bit which says answered. So yeah, like that. So I am gonna do that bit for the top of these in exactly the same way. There we go. So I made the squares in exactly the same way as I did that one, and I've finished those two off. I did this one a different colour because that strip there was the same as the strip I chose to use, so I used a lighter strip, but I did the same sort of stamping on it, and I think that goes okay. So I did these 1.5 inches by 3/4 of an inch. So I've set my crocodile at 3/8 of an inch because I know that's halfway, and that's how I get it dead in the centre. So there we go. Nicely centered hole there. I'm going to get out an eyelet. I do love this colour eyelet, but I have discovered some that are a bit cheaper, and I have been dyeing them with alcohol inks. So I basically got all of them for the same price as that. And so now I have the option of 3 different colours, and then they turn slightly differently when they're coloured with alcohol inks as well. However, I'm using them up. So there we go. We'll just give this a squeeze. And I've started using a different setting on the back. So I use the bigger doodah, which is, I'm going to have to get my glasses to remind myself, which is A. And on the bottom I've put 2. I used to put 1, but I've now started doing 2, and I think it gives us a nice little, a nicer finish. Although that one's not come as nice as the others. So I think it's probably just user error, lack of draw. Somebody asked me, they said whenever they do it, it's always a little bit sharp and bleh. And I should say it could be quality of eyelets, or it could be user error. And I said the fact that I get different results all the time, I think it's probably user error. So I've got Sari Silk, which I thought was a nice colour. Nice colour to be going with this. And that's me first 3 tags done. 4. So I just poke it through. I go back to front. Some people go front to back. It's preference, isn't it? I like the look of that at the front with the 2 strokes and that coming through. Some people prefer that look. It's depends. So whichever you like best, do it that way. And then I just do a little bit of a snip snip, and there we have them. Move them out of the way so we can see. So that's me started my case book. So that's the first one we did, and that's the back, nice and clear for journaling, whatever, and really very robust. So that's 2 layers of book page. Somebody asked me about, so that was the back, did I overlap them? Yeah, they're overlapped just a smidge like that, and then a second layer put on the other side. So it's 2 layers of book page, all the scraps there, and then a layer on the back. So that's really, really stiff. That's my second one. Like here, got that one on the back, and then that's the last one I did, and he's got that on the back, and I've still got loads left, but I did print those tags off smaller, so I thought I might make those tags up, and then that will give me 9 tags. It's quite a lot for a journal. These obviously are smaller. I might make some more bigger ones. But I really like how they look with, try to zoom in a tad, with those strips. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. So yeah, really like them. So that's me done. I will have close-up pictures over on nigezza.co.uk, and if you haven't seen the original video, check it out. Would have been probably the last one I did, I think. Seems sense to have this one following it, and I will be back tomorrow with another video, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will look forward to seeing you again. Bye.